Okay.
Now, this news and the outcome of this news, this could go two ways. This could be really, really good, or this could be really, really disappointing. And so we'll see what happens. So ESPN reports that there are a couple of writers. One, his name is Craig Marks, and the other, his name is Rob Tannenbaum. And they were behind a book called I Want My MTV. And it was an oral history of MTV. And now they have agreed, or WWE has agreed, to allow those writers to write a book about WWE. It's going to be an oral history of WWE. And Vince McMahon himself has agreed to be involved with the project, which makes it really, really interesting. Tannenbaum said to ESPN, this is not going to be a situation where we get a 15-minute phone interview out of Vince. We're going to have unprecedented access to Vince McMahon and to the entire McMahon family. They plan to cover the history of WWE from the late 60s, early 70s, right up to present day. They plan on interviewing a minimum of 500 people, Sean.
Wow.
500 people for this book. The MTV book was 608 pages. Just to give you an idea of how detailed they are. 608 pages, and now they're planning to do this about WWE. If Vince chooses to do this the right way, this thing could be stellar. Like
Yes.
this could be just unprecedented. But if he chooses to go the other way of, oh, I don't like the word wrestling and I don't like the word belt and I don't like whatever, if he chooses to go in that direction, then it's going to be very disappointing. So I'm curious what direction they go in.
Me too. And I mean, I like that WCW Nitro book that just came out because they interviewed like 120 people you don't usually hear from. So 500 interviews about
Minimum.
Vince McMahon.
Minimum. Well, not just
Minimum.
Vince McMahon, but about WWE too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Whew. I'm excited for that. And they said, what, within the next 2 years? I think it might take them a little longer than that.
Yep. So apparently, like the story behind the book concept is interesting in itself, because apparently they've been trying for years to get permission, and apparently every year, like once or twice a year, they've been calling the office. And once or twice a year, they've been told, not interested, not interested. Then they call the next year. Then they call the next year. Finally, for whatever reason, this was the year that Vince McMahon agreed to do it. I'm kind of wondering, kind of like with Bret Hart, where Bret Hart decided to go back to Raw, and the catalyst for that was that Bret didn't want to be forgotten. That was a big thing to him, right?
Yeah.
He didn't want to be forgotten. Bret even said in the ring live on Raw, he said something like, it's good to know I'm not forgotten, or never to be forgotten. I wonder if Vince is thinking now, I'm 73 years old, I'm getting ready to kind of hand the keys off to Hunter. I wonder if he's thinking, I want to make sure that I'm not forgotten and that my story is told. Maybe that's what he's thinking.
He also has that screw you money from Fox, USA, Saudi Arabia right now. He doesn't have to worry that much.
He already had
about
screw you money, although he's put so much of it into the XFL, but he already had a bunch of screw you money.
Exactly. You know? He'd have way more than that now had he waited to do that.
I don't think
also, or maybe not done that at all. That would have been a good call too.
Yep. But I'm very anxiously anticipating that one.